Thank you very much. Welcome everyone to tonight's meeting of the Finance and Governance Committee of Georges River Council. I declare the meeting open at 6:04 p.m. We'll start with the Acknowledgement of Country. The Council acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which this meeting is being held as that of the Bedigal people of the Eora Nation. Notice of live streaming of the committee meetings. Staff and public are reminded that this meeting is being recorded on audio tape for minute-taking purposes and also being webcast live on Council's website. This recording will be made available on Council's website. The Code of Meeting Practice. Only if the meeting moves into a closed confidential session in accordance with Section 13 of the Code of Meeting Practice will the public broadcasting of the meeting be suspended. Council's Code of Meeting Practice prohibits the electronic recording of meetings without the express permission of Council. Mobile phones must be turned to silent during the meeting. Apologies. So, should we do apologies for Christina? Okay. So Councillor Symington will move a motion to accept an apology for Councillor Jamieson.
Yes, I will.
And Councillor Green will second that. Do we need to move that motion? Yes. Okay. So we'll move that to accept the apologies. Councillors, all those in favour? All those against? We'll declare that carried. Thank you. Disclosures of interest. Do any councillors have any interest to declare on tonight's business paper? We have one submitted from Councillor Marnie, which is FIN 0266-22, business use of footpath fee waiver request. For the reason he's acquainted with business owners who may derive benefit from this proposal, and that is a non-significant, non-pecuniary interest. Are there any other interests the councillors wish to declare? No? Okay, we'll move on to the public participation. But there are no registered speakers for tonight's meeting, so we'll move straight to the confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting, and that is the first item, FIN 023-22, confirmation of the minutes of the Finance and Governance Committee on the 9th of May, moved by Councillor Green.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Councillor Symington. Thank you. All those in favour say aye. I'll declare that carried. The next item on our committee paper reports is FIN 024-22, administrative matter, execution of documents under delegated authority for the period of 1 May to 31 May. Councillor Marnie will move that.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councillor Symington. And I'll just ask a couple of questions to the Director on there's been two licences executed during the month of May. One was at Moorshead Road, Poulton Park, and the other at 12 Merriman Street, Carl Bay. So if the Director could just outline to the councillors what those two agreements were for.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. There were two licences during this period. The first which is at Poulton Park, which is an extension of the current licence from Douglas Hand Moy Pathology, who provide testing for COVID-19 in a drive-through environment, and that continues a licence that's been existing for some time. The licence expired at the end of May, and it's been extended for another month. And it's a month-to-month licence, so it's basically as required. The second is a licence in relation to the Blakehurst Men's Bowling Club at Carl Bay Bowling Greens, and it's a licence associated with the bowling greens and the small office that they have within the building, and that is for a period of 3 years.
Thank you for that. And any other councillors have any other questions on that report? If not, we will put the motion. All those in favour say aye. All those against? I declare that carried.
I notice that Councillor Jamieson's now online.
Thank you. Yes, she is. Councillor Jamieson has joined the meeting. Thank you, Councillor Jamieson. Our next committee report is FIN 0-25-22, the investment report as at 30th of April. If I could have a mover, please.
I'll move that, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Symington. Thank you, Councillor Green has seconded that. Any questions, councillors, on that report? No questions. Okay, we'll put the motion. Not today. All those in favour say aye. All those against, we'll declare that carried. Next item is FIN 0-26-22, business use of footpath fee waiver request. Can I have a mover?
Move that, Madam
Moved
Chair.
by Councillor Symington and Councillor Green seconded. Councillors, any questions at all? Councillor Marnie, you have a question? No question. Sorry. So you put your hand up. No other questions?
I had a question. Just how many people, is this just the retail section, and how many, are we talking about just retail businesses, aren't we? Like shops and cafes?
Generally outdoor dining, so yes.
Yeah.
Good.
I think this is a good recommendation to support small businesses who are probably still doing it tough coming out of COVID. So if there's no other questions or comments, I'll put the motion. Councillors, all those in favour say aye. All those against, we'll declare that carried. Okay, next item is FIN 0-27-22, release of restrictive covenants 2, 2A and 2B at the Crescent Kingsgrove. It's been moved by Councillor Green. And Mayor Catras has seconded it. Councillors, is there any questions on this item at all?
I'll just make a quick comment because I was sort of interested in this one that came up with regards to the release of restrictive covenants. When it comes to local environmental plans, all local environmental plans actually contain a clause which is called suspension of covenants, agreements and instruments, and it says for the purpose of enabling development on land in any zone to be carried out in accordance with this plan or with the consent granted under the Act, any agreement, covenant or other similar instrument that restricts the carrying out of that development does not apply to the extent necessary to serve that purpose. In reality, we don't have much of a choice. We have to get rid of, although it does say that a covenant imposed by the council or that council requires to be imposed is exempted from that clause. So it's interesting that covenants are being done away with. Okay, thank you.
To the Director, did you want to add any more comments on this item at all?
Just to point out that once upon a time, and this dates in the 1930s, even I can't remember, there wasn't very strong local government planning laws, and for that reason development was often controlled through covenants on the land, and these covenants actually related to land assuming the site would be developed for residential, so slightly incongruous with its current zoning of industrial. So it seems a very sensible thing simply to use the authority to remove those covenants. Yeah, that's right, or single houses or single story.
Okay, does any councillors have any further questions at all? If not, we'll put that motion. All councillors who are in favour say aye. Any against? Declare that carried. And that brings us to the final item on today's business paper, which is FIN 0-28-22, councillor superannuation contributions. Councillors, you'll move that, Councillor Marnie. And Councillor Symington, did you want to?
I wanted to defer consideration to the next regular council meeting.
Okay, are you happy to defer that off to the next council meeting?
Yeah, I just.
So, sorry, Councillor Symington. If we can move an amendment, then.
Yeah, move that. Yeah. Next meeting of council.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And I think it's kind of like fitting that if this is passed at the next council meeting, it'll be the 30th anniversary of when the superannuation guarantee was introduced by the great Paul Keating. I think.
Okay, so
We won't have
do we need to vote on that? Okay, so councillors, we will we'll vote on that item. If we can put that motion that we defer that off to the.
Can we just get mover and a seconder? Was that Councillor Marnie is the original mover, seconded by Councillor Symington?
Yeah.
I think it was moved Councillor Symington and seconded Councillor Marnie.
Yeah. Okay.
6-1.
And we'll put that motion. All councillors in favour say aye. Aye. Anyone against? We'll declare that carried. Thank you. There being no further items on the business, I think we're done. Yes. There being no further business on the agenda, then I declare the meeting closed at 6:14. Yeah. No.
Very efficient.